Hello, random person, who I assume is both intelligent and good looking.
What is up, guys? Rick Hackis here, and I wanted to bring you the highlights from yesterday. Basically the things that I enjoy, and obviously if you subscribe to me, or maybe you've stumbled upon me, you obviously have some of the same interests as I do, so I guarantee you're gonna like these trailers. Now, every gaming site, YouTube site and whatever, is just absolutely spammed with stuff, so I wanted to bring you what you should actually be looking for, the gems, if you will, that stood out yesterday when all the gaming bigwigs had their press conferences. This isn't about who won, like Xbox versus PS4. This is just about the incredible games that I saw, regardless of what console they're exclusive to or what platform they're on. So, I tried to make these trailers be gameplay trailers. Every single one of these trailers, except for the very first one, will be actual gameplay trailers, so you'll see what the game is actually like. And let's get started. The first one, the one that breaks the gameplay rule, I had to put this in you guys. Star Wars Battlefront 3 has been announced. Now, in the gameplay trailer, it just actually says Star Wars Battlefront, but it is the third Star Wars Battlefront, and why I had to put this in there is because finally they're bringing back Battlefront. Such a good game. Like, anyone who's played Battlefront loves it. It's just such a fun game, and they could not have picked a better better studio to give it to than DICE. DICE, who makes Battlefield, in case you don't know, so a studio that specializes in making blockbuster games involving vehicles and infantry, are going to be making the next Star Wars Battlefront, which is all about vehicles and infantry. So you could not have picked a better studio, like absolutely not. And so I am really excited for that game. The next, and the rest from these are all going to be gameplay trailers, and in case you haven't realized by now, the description is going to house the links to all of these different games that I'm going to talk about. So next, speaking of DICE, Battlefield 4. And I'm just going to link the Battlefield channel, so go there and just click their recent uploads, because they have like 3 new trailers to do with their multiplayer. And the Battlefield 4 multiplayer looks absolutely astonishing. Like, just blew my mind. I could not believe what I was seeing. At one point, you see a guy, he's fighting in an underground kind of parkade, and he shoots a pillar with a grenade launcher, which collapses the road above down into the parkade and brings a tank with it, and his squad is able to destroy it. Just incredible. The graphics are beautiful. The environments are so destructible. I don't want to spoil too much in case you guys are going to actually watch the trailers, but the actual destruction in the environments has been ramped up and is just so insane. And finally, there's going to be 64 players on consoles, so we can have proper Battlefield matches if you're a console fan. So yeah, definitely check those trailers out. I do not know. Call of Duty employees must be dropping like flies right now, because I can't fathom what they can do to basically impress anyone at this point after you watch those Battlefield trailers. It just looks incredible. Next, The Division. This is high on my list. It came out of nowhere, and I watched the trailer that I'm going to link to you guys, and I was just blown away. This game, it kind of starts out, you're not really sure whether it's multiplayer or it's just you have a squad, but it turns out it's multiplayer, and it's almost kind of like an MMO. I don't know whether it's going to be kind of the Destiny style of seamless matchmaking and stuff, although we don't really know too much about the Destiny style. Obviously, the game's not out. Or an actual kind of MMO. The graphics are way too good to be a traditional MMO with like a bazillion people on the map, so it can't be that. I think it's broken up into smaller kind of matches. But basically, it's a squad of 3 people, and then one guy comes in. He's like on a tablet controlling a UAV, and they go and they help like these police, and they kind of scavenge this gun. They go into the armory, and this guy gets this like gun, and it tells like, you know, damages this to this range. So the Borderlands fan from me is just super excited about this game, showing like the looting part of it looks insane, especially when you're looting real life guns, which I enjoy also. So this game, again, it's some kind of MMO style game where you're in this post-apocalyptic New York area, and you're fighting other players and also just the normal enemies, and kind of trying to scavenge and get new equipment and level up, and it just looks incredible. I hope you guys watch that trailer because it came out of nowhere and really impressed me. Next is Titanfall. This is Respawn Entertainment's game, and if you don't know about Respawn Entertainment, they're the guys basically that made all of the original Call of Duties. They aren't Treyarch, they're the Infinity Ward that made all the original Call of Duties up until Modern Warfare 2. And after Modern Warfare 2, there was a big legal thing, and the two main guys, the CEO, like the head and the CEO, whatever it was, they left, and they brought 38 or something employees with them. And a lot of players, including myself, kind of have that moment as where the Call of Duty franchise pretty much went downhill after the main guys left. And so if you enjoy Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 and the old Call of Duties and stuff, Call of Duty 2, these are the guys that made those games, and they made Respawn Entertainment, and their new game is Titanfall. And they actually, I couldn't believe my eyes when I was seeing that they actually showed multiplayer gameplay, which was what I'm going to show you guys, which is the thing linked in the description. It looks incredible. Basically, it's like Mech Warrior and COD, and just smashed together and then on steroids. Like, it's futuristic sci-fi type weapons and stuff, and there's these mechs running around, and basically you get like a timer when the round starts, and then you can call in a mech, and he's kind of holding a gun like a person, except he's like, a mech is super powerful against infantry, just destroys them. But the infantry, there's enough players in the game that the infantry is fighting other infantry, and infantry also has a really good chance to kill the mechs because they have kind of counter vehicle stuff. It just looks incredible. I hope you guys watch it. The way the guys move, they kind of jetpack and parkour off stuff, is really neat. And again, I hope you guys check it out because it is Respawn Entertainment, which I have a lot of faith in. They made some of my favorite games. Well, technically not, I haven't made any games yet, but you know what I mean. Next is Dead Rising 3. I'm going to show you kind of the longer actual like demonstrated stuff from there's just a normal trailer, but the demonstration at Xbox, the Xbox One conference was insane. Like, I couldn't believe how many zombies were on screen and how good the graphics were. It's definitely a lot grittier and not as kind of funny as the other Dead Risings, but you definitely want to, if you're a fan of like zombie survival, horror, all that stuff, you definitely want to check out this game because it looks incredible, especially just the number of zombies. I couldn't believe it. Next, Destiny. Yes, Destiny. Unfortunately, kind of disappointed that they didn't show more first-person gameplay. They showed literally a second of a guy actually holding his gun, but still, this game looks really good. It's kind of the scope of this thing is surprising me because it's on Earth, and then you know, you have this main city protected by that giant sphere, and then you can go outside and you're on Earth. There's a bunch of areas, and then apparently like every single planet in our solar system has been taken over or whatever, and so I guess you're gonna have Earth and all its areas, and then you have our different planets, like the 8 other planets that are gonna play a part as well. So that's, and then again, I don't know about the moon or you know, different planets, moons like Jupiter's moons, but there's all these places you can go, and it just looks like a really epic, and the scope is really impressive, and you kind of get that feeling from this trailer. So I hope you guys check that out. Next, Forza 5. I'm a huge Forza fan. I have Forza 4 and Forza Horizon, and was playing Forza since the original one for the Xbox, or I think Forza 2 I got was my first one, and this game looks really good. If you're a racing fan, you're gonna love it. I love Forza games, and the graphics look incredible. Next, Elder Scrolls Online. This is Bethesda's kind of their thing for E3. Bethesda, one of the studios that can do no wrong pretty much, and looks incredible for an MMO. And there's this one scene where you see all these players charging, and I'm pretty sure those are all like player-controlled players, and it is crazy. There's like hundreds of people on the screen at once, and it looks really good. And of course, it's in, you have the Elder Scrolls lore and in the Elder Scrolls world, which we all know is just beautifully crafted. So it's going to be, hopefully, it looks like a really good MMO. Next, another game that came out of nowhere by Ubisoft, The Crew. And this is another kind of racing game, but it seems way more open world. The map is like the United States is basically the entire map. And you can go, apparently, like go out into Vegas, into Chicago, New York, all the major cities you can pretty much go to. And it just looks really, really impressive what you can actually do. And, you know, you team up with guys, and it's kind of Need for Speed-esque, but open world, which I am a huge fan of. Next, Mirror's Edge 2. Mirror's Edge was anyone who played it pretty much liked it. It's a really fun and really innovative game, and finally they're making a sequel. I don't know how DICE had any resources to make Battlefield 4 if it's making Mirror's Edge 2 and Star Wars Battlefront, but they managed to do it. And Mirror's Edge 2, this actually shows some gameplay, looks damn impressive, and if you're a Mirror's Edge fan, you're going to be hyped for this. And lastly, Killzone Shadowfall. This trailer, I just wanted to put it in there because it has really sweet graphics, and I am excited for the new Killzone game. But this trailer honestly looks like a trailer that would come out just before the game released, showing a feature of the new game. Like, it kind of seems to show this UAV type, you know, little thing that flies around. And again, that's kind of like what comes out just before the game's out, like, oh, the new feature is this. But it does look really sweet, so I wanted to put it in here. Of course, I could have missed things, and if your favorite game isn't in here, don't hate, but I hope you do check out these trailers. They are really good, and they will get you definitely excited for the arrival of the new consoles. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and as always, have a good day.